Special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports. It's time for Post 8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Post 8 Baseball is brought to you by Comtech, Bank West, Nystrom Electric, Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping, and American Family Insurance Brittany Scheffelbein Agency.
A fly ball to center field as Spencer Eason is over. For the first time in 2023, Rollates and Miles Doyle has thrown a six-inning no-hitter.
And by Lamb Motors, Todd's Electric, Edward Jones Financial, CHS River Plains, Wagner Auto, Jaeger, Faith Lutheran Church, Leinbach Construction, and First Dakota National Bank.
Here's the 2-0 pitch. Here's a line shot. That's to the left side. Bruce will round second. He's on his way to third. Hansen will see if he pulls up at second. He will. And Matt Hansen will have himself the cycle and an RBI double on top of it. An RBI double for Matt Hansen. He's 4 for 4.
Post 8 Baseball is also brought to you by Avera, Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, Shane's Pharmacy, Gales Gas, Oahe Federal Credit Union, May Adam, Fisher Rounds, and Ferding Electric.
The 3-2 pitch. Swing and miss, and Rollates. Post 8 gets a big 12-9 victory in Game 2 to earn a split over Post 22.
And by True Green Chemelon, Beck Motors, the South Dakota Office of the Attorney General Division of Consumer Protection, Kruger Contracting, AGE, Egtegra, and Stulkin Peterson. Now let's head to the booth for the call of the game with the voice of Post 8 award-winning KCCR Sports Director John Winkler.
And a good afternoon as we welcome you here to Mandan, beautiful Mandan Memorial Ballpark, as Post 8 and the Mandan Chiefs will meet up for a doubleheader here this evening, as the 8s and Mandan both looking for their first wins in the season. Post 8 and also Mandan lost last night, doubleheader sweep for the Renner Royals over Pierre, and Dickinson got a doubleheader sweep over Mandan last night, as both teams will be looking to quickly turn the page from last night, as the 8s are now 0-4, the Chiefs at 0-2, looking for their first wins here this afternoon and going into the evening of this doubleheader, as the 8s will finish out the week here today and will be back on the road to Rapid City next week, Monday. Mandan comes in with, again, that 0-2 record, playing Dickinson their first games last night with a loss in Game 1, 8-7, and a 13-7 loss in Game number 2, where the 8s, on the other hand, lost 10-0 in 6 innings to Renner in Game 1 and lost 14-0 in Game 2 in 5 innings, as the 8s struggled to hit the ball to start the season. Where on the other side of things, Mandan would say that their hitting was pretty good last night, or at least in terms of what Post 8 has seen. Mandan hit the ball really well. .350 batting average in the 2 games yesterday with 6 extra base hits, while Post 8 overall so far in the year yet to have an extra base hit in their first 4 games. Just 7 hits in total for the 8s through 4 games. So they're going to have to be a lot better at the plate, but a chance here in this doubleheader against the Mandan Chiefs, and we'll see a couple different lineups, a couple different guys playing in different positions. It's going to be good for Post 8 to get out away from South Dakota games. They still mean a lot to get wins against non-South Dakota opponents, but you maybe play a little bit freer when you're playing, because the wins and losses they won't reflect on your end of the season record in South Dakota games, but they don't necessarily will hurt you in the long run. Obviously, if you can get a couple wins here, you start feeling good and start then producing more wins on top of it. But it's about guys getting good at-bats and throwing well. Then, Braden Hulett has a chance to start in game number 1. And if he throws well, he starts to work his way farther and deeper in the rotation. And guys that have not seen the field through the first 4 games, but also getting their first chances to play Senior Legion baseball, have a good chance of then finding some confidence and finding themselves into the batting order and on the field a little bit more often, as we'll go through these starting lineups here coming up in just a little bit as we're getting set for first pitch between Mandan and Pierre. We'll step aside for 3 minutes. We'll come back with starting lineups. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR, watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports. ComTech, your local technology solutions provider, is now located on the truck bypass. With great brands like Bose, Sonos, LG, Samsung, Lenovo, and so much more. Stop in to see their new showroom for everything in stock for your personal or business needs. ComTech provides professional installation and service after the sale. ComTech is your local technology store, located now on the truck bypass, or visit us on the web at comtechplus.com.
As community bankers, BankWest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose BankWest. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Nystrom Electrical Contracting in Pierre has been providing professional sales, service, and installation since 1977. Whether you're starting from scratch, new construction, or you're upgrading your current system at your home, farm, or office, give the professionals at Nystrom Electrical Contracting a call. They've got a lot of bright ideas. Call Nystrom's today to schedule a free computer-generated estimate. The number is 224-8750, or visit their website at nystromelectric.com.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping wants to make it easy for you to get that lush green lawn and that yard haven that you've been dreaming of. Visit dakotasprinkler.com to make appointments for sprinkler system spring startup, service calls, fall winterization, and landscaping quotes. Trust Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping's professionals to get you through the planning and installation to make your landscaping needs a reality. Visit dakotasprinkler.com today.
With any dream, the wind won't always be at your back, the sun won't always be shining, and some rain is going to fall. American Family Insurance is like a good, solid roof that you can trust to protect your biggest dreams. With plans that could save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. Also, you can continue to dream fearlessly, no matter what comes your way. American Family Insurance.
Visit mfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact the Brittany Shufflebind Agency, LLC, 224-6627.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
As we welcome you back here to Mandan Memorial Ballpark as we are getting set for first pitch of our doubleheader between Pierre and Mandan. We'll go through the starting lineups. First for Post State, the visitors here in Game 1 in this doubleheader. Nolan Peterson, the catcher, he'll lead off. Sun and Shine, the left fielder, will bat second. George Staley will be in center, batting third. J.J. Buckles, the first baseman, with the cleanup man. Cooper Twilliger, the right fielder, batting fifth. Bridger Babcock, the DH, will bat sixth. Dawson Getz, the shortstop, will bat seventh. Coulter Babcock, the third baseman, batting eighth, and Miles Doyle, the second baseman, is batting ninth. Braden Houlette will make his debut on the mound for Post State when we get to the bottom of the first. For the Mandan Chiefs, Hudson Sheldon, the shortstop, will lead things off. Dylan Gerke, the center fielder, will bat second. McCoy Keller, the first baseman, will bat third. Braden Bunnell, the third baseman, will bat in the cleanup spot. Gage Miller, the right fielder, batting fifth. Tate Olson, the second baseman, batting sixth. Mason Oster, the pitcher, batting seventh. Owen Brinks, the catcher, batting eighth. And Marcus Birdhouse will bat ninth. Make that Marcus Birdhorse will bat ninth, as I can read my own writing. He'll be the left fielder, batting ninth for the Mandan Chiefs. And, of course, as I mentioned, too, Mason Oster in the batting order as the pitcher here in the starting lineup for the Mandan Chiefs. There's starting the lineup cards are being exchanged at home plate. We'll have a three-umpire crew for our doubleheader here today. But we will return in 3 minutes. Have first pitch coming up for you next here from Mandan. Back in 3 minutes here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisors understand this. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Governor Athletics on KCCR. Go Govs! For all your investment needs, call or stop by one of our offices to visit with your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisor. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Hey you. Are you at a job that is fulfilling, has good benefits to support you or a family today, and retirement goes down the road? If you just said no, listen up. CHS River Plains is hiring operations personnel, drivers, and custom applicators at several locations. These come with a knockout affordable benefit package for you and the whole family. Apply to a job with CHS River Plains and up your benefits straight up. To apply, visit us online at chsriverplains.com or stop in at one of our locations. CHS is an equal opportunity employer.
Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. Now is the time to order your new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles, plus a good selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and auto body shop with trained technicians, along with a friendly financing team that'll work with you to find the best deal and one that'll fit your budget. Wagner Auto is your local full-service family-owned dealership for over 115 years. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com. Yag Air Incorporated is your locally owned ag, chemical, and seed retailer. Yag Air Incorporated offers reliable ground and aerial application. For the latest seed and chemical pricing, contact Kyle at 605-280-8710 or Tony at 605-280-4771. Yag Air for all your ag, chemical, and seed needs. Kyle 605-280-8710 or Tony 605-280-4771.
Sometimes you get a piece of it and the ball sails over the fence. Other times, despite your best efforts, you strike out. I'm not just talking about the game, I mean your day. This is Pastor Sam of Faith Lutheran Church. Whether today feels like a home run or a strikeout, I encourage you to join us for worship. We celebrate when God gives us a wonderful day. We provide support and encouragement when that third strike comes. Come join us for encouraging and uplifting worship at Faith Lutheran Church.
Look, it's no secret that owning a vehicle can cause a lot of stress, and they get a lot of wear and tear on them through the extreme seasons we've grown to love. Graham Tire wants you to know that you can trust them with any problem that you have with your vehicle. Their ASE certified mechanics can make your AC cool again, or even just change your oil. They can look into and fix those noises that seem to come from nowhere and have you stressed out. Bring your car to Graham Tire so they can put your mind at ease. Graham Tire, your tire store next door.
Why am I so sore? There are everyday moments.
Whoa, hey, hold the ladder! Hold the ladder!
Yeah, that hurt. And there are epic moments.
Slide, slide, slide! College! Slide! Class of 1995!
When a moment creates a health need, visit the experts at Avera Orthopedics. We're moving health forward so you can tell the story. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics.
Form, function, finesse. The all-new 2024 all-wheel drive Ford Escape is now on sale at Capital City Ford for $32,000 with up to $2,250 in rebates. If you're looking for adaptable interiors ready for your daily adventures, whether it's a trip to the grocery store, to a spontaneous road trip, and everywhere in between, Capital City Ford has you covered. Payments are as low as $385 with Ford Credit Flex by program. For more information and details, contact a sales professional at Capital City Ford. Check out their full vehicle lineup at CapitalCityFord.com. Capital City Ford in Pierre.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your health care is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
People helping people.
Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Owyhee Federal Credit Union member? At Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
And we welcome you back as we are getting set for first pitch between Pierre and Mandan as you're listening to KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront broadcasting station with Emma Thielen back at the station. John Wickler here on this Wednesday evening, and we're glad that you're with us from beautiful Mandan. While the wind is strong, it's another North Dakota, South Dakota type windy day. 71 degrees here at game time. Wind gusts, though, at 44 miles an hour in the west-northwest. Feeling like it's 69 degrees, so a little bit cooler than the 71. But we're in for a beautiful night for baseball. As the wind is blowing out towards right field, so many left-handed batters, which, of course, for Post State, not a whole lot of lefty batters outside of Bridger Babcock in the lineup, at least in game number one. It is going to be a lot of lefty. If there's a lot of lefties in the Mandan lineup, be a lot that ball can fly in left field. But Nolan Peterson will step to the plates. We're ready to go from Mandan Memorial Ballpark. Both teams wearing green, just a different shades of green, as first pitch will be fouled back.
At 5:02 p.m. Game time temperature in Mandan, 73 blustery degrees.
There you are with first pitch time and the temperature here at Mandan, as the 0-1 from Oster to Peterson will go behind Peterson. The count's now 1-1. Nolan Peterson, so far, he has got one of those 7 hits for Post State through 4 games. Team batting average is under 100 for Pierre, so they've got to find ways to get on base, but got to find ways to get base hits, as that one will bounce in. The count's now 2-1. While they have seen some really good pitching over those 4 games, you'd like to see those hits be just a little bit more. A couple extra base hits will be good for Post State to start this game, as that one will be a hit by a pitch, and Nolan Peterson, and the leadoff man is on base to kick off the top of the first and kick off the ball game.
Next up for Post 8.
Going to bring up Sun and Shine.
24, Sun and Shine.
Sun and Shine was bat second. George Staley batting third, playing center. J.J. Buckles, the first baseman, batting fourth. Cooper Twilliger, the right fielder, batting fifth. Bridger Babcock, the DH, batting sixth. Dawson Getz, the shortstop, batting seventh. Coulter Babcock, the third baseman, batting eighth. And Miles Doyle rounding out the lineup, batting ninth, playing second base. First pitch to Sun and Shine is upstairs for ball one. He had 2 hits in game 2. Him and Trevor Rounds both have 2 hits on the season. Otherwise, it has been few and far between for Post State. Hitting 400 so far, and same with Rounds. But overall, this Post State team is, again, got to find base hits. Going to find runs. They've scored just 1 run in 3 games. That one is taken for a strike. A back pick over to first, and diving back in is Nolan Peterson over at first base. Go through the defensive positioning here for Mandan in just a moment. Mason Oster is on the mound. Obviously, anybody that's pitching in this game will be making their season debut after playing their opener yesterday. Pickoff attempt. Back in safely again is Peterson without a tag applied. Talk about the dimensions of this field. They got the chain link monster out and left. As Ostro comes set from the stretch, here's the 1-1 pitch. They'll come inside. The count's now 2-1. 305 down the left field line, and then 338 out in left center. 385 mostly straightaway center. 380 in the power alley in right. 350 out in right center, and 320 down the right field line. So different dimensions around the ballpark, which the game of baseball, fun to see the uniqueness of every outfield fence, and the chain link monster out in left. Not sure it's as tall as the green monster in Fenway, but still pretty fun to see. That'll be fouled back by Sunshine. The count is now at 2-2. Also get the pitch speed out in right field, and that's 76 miles an hour. And watching on YouTube, you might be able to kind of see, if you're focused in on it, you might be able to see a little bit of that, the pitch speed come in. But a 2-2 count here to Sunshine. From the stretch, delivers from Oster. That one's bouncing in off to the right to the catcher. And Brinks into second will go Peterson, and he is in scoring position with a 3-2 count here with nobody out in the top of the first. And Post State got him in scoring position. They're also hitting just 40 with runners in scoring position. Not a whole lot of base hits on top of the 85 batting average, at just 40 on the batting average with runners in scoring position. Here's the 3-2 to Sunshine. This will be popped up on the infield. The shortstop will call for it, and Sheldon, he'll make the catch on the second base side of the bag, and the first man is retired here in the top of the first. One down, and the runner still at second base.
The center fielder, number 6, George Stalley.
And we'll bring up George Stalley, who has got one of those 7 hits as well, 143 batting average so far. Drawn 2 walks and 3 strikeouts. Grayson Hunsley is the only guy to drive in a run. He is not playing in this first game. And Charlie Simpson, who is also not in the game, he was the one that did score that run. Post State lost 1-0 and 2-1 to Brookings last Friday, before having the 10-run rule against them in the 2 games yesterday against Renner, 10-0 and 14-0, as Stalley will take a first pitch strike. With Peterson on at second here with 1 out in the top of the first. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Stalley with a ground ball to the left side, fielded by the third baseman and Bunnell. The throw to first will be in time. He looked back, Peterson, so unable to advance on the ground ball, and there's 2 down here in the top of the first, and we'll bring up J.J. Buckles.
Now up for post 8, cleanup batter, first baseman.
It is Marcus Birdhorse out in left,
Buckles.
Dylan Gerke in center, and Gage Miller in right. Braden Bunnell at third, who just made that play. Hudson Sheldon, who caught the first pop-up, he's at short. Tate Olson at second. McCoy Keller at first. Behind the plates is Owen Brinks. And after a leadoff man was hit by a pitch, trying to get out of it is Mason Oster, as the first pitch to J.J. Buckles is over for strike 1. Buckles looking for his first hits of the summer season. Been on base just once so far in 9 plate appearances. Here's the 0-1 from Oster. Check swing. They check him, and they said he did go. And the count's now 0-2 here to J.J. Buckles. Almost a good take there from him. It was close to being able to hold it, but first base umpire, and with the 3 umpires that usually the guys at second base probably not making that call. But down the line at first, it's a much easier call to make. 0-2 pitch, and Buckles will fight it off and foul it out of play on the right side. And we'll do it again here at 0-2. Post State's 1 RBI did come with 2 outs. That was a bases loaded infield single in the top of the 6th against Brookings on last Friday. Here's the 0-2 again. Fastball that's missing outside. The count's now 1-2. Oster sitting at 77 on that pitch. We're trying to get Buckles to chase outside. Base hit could score Peterson and give Post State their first run since Game 2 last Friday. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss and a strikeout, and that will retire the side. Here in the top of the first, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 man left on base. We head to the bottom of the first, no score between Pierre and Mandan. Back in a minute here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
The lawyers at the May Adam Law Firm in Pierre know how important your families are to you. If you've been putting off getting your affairs in order, know that the May Adam Law Firm is available to counsel you through your questions and help you get the documents in place so that you've made your loved ones secure. Call them at 224-8803 and they can chat with you about how to document your concerns and care for your family. We're all in this together, and the May Adam Law Firm is ready and able to help.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates. At your service, at your side. With offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
It is the bottom of the first, no score on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. And the lineup is looking like this for the Mandan Chiefs. Hudson Sheldon will lead things off. He's a shortstop. Dylan Gerke is the center fielder batting second. McCoy Keller, the first baseman, will bat third. Braden Bunnell, the third baseman, batting fourth. Gage Miller, the right fielder, will bat fifth. Tate Olson, the second baseman, batting sixth. Mason Oster, pitching, batting seventh. Owen Brinks, the catcher, batting eighth. And Marcus Birdhorse, the left fielder, batting ninth for the Mandan Chiefs. And they will go against the lefty Braden Hulett, who will make his debut on the mound, first Senior Legion game. And we'll see what the lefty can do for Post States after having a couple of guys throw yesterday that they had just three pitchers used in 2 games and ended up using 3 pitchers in 1 game when it came to yesterday in that doubleheader. They used 3 pitchers in 1 game after using 3 in 2 games combined last Friday against Brookings. Here's the first pitch from the lefty. That one will spin in for strike one. The count's 0-1. Hudson Sheldon hit a home run yesterday as he drove in 2 runs, went 3 for 8 in that doubleheader. Here's the 0-1 pitch. This will be skied out towards right center field. Long run for everybody out there, and it's going to land to the right of Stalley. And rounding second on his way to third is Sheldon. The throw will come in. It's going to be sliding in safely. A leadoff triple for Hudson Sheldon. And the Mandan Chiefs are already in business to start this ball game out to the bottom of the first, and it brings up Dylan Gerke.
Up next for the Chiefs, the center fielder, number 3, Dylan Gerke.
That's their first triple this season, but already their 7th extra base hit in 3 games for Mandan. And Gerke now will step in. He had 3 runs driven in yesterday, so he is the early team leader in RBIs, looking already for his 4th RBI. First pitch is high and outside for ball 1. And 3 runs driven in, but just 1 hit. Make that 2 hits and a double in there as well. Team hit .350 yesterday in that doubleheader loss to the Dickinson Rough Riders, 8-7 and 13-7. Mandan had taken the lead in the top of the 7th to make it a 7-6 ball game, but a walk-off double for Dickinson got the early season win as that one's fouled back by Gerke. Didn't get a real full swing on it. Wind can be an issue, probably will be an issue, at least for the first little while of this doubleheader. Blown out towards right field. There's a ground ball down the line. That is scooped up by Buckles. The step on the bag at first. The throw home was wide. Was most likely not going to get the runner and Sheldon at home anyway. It's an RBI ground out for Gerke, and his 4th RBI so far this season, and a 1-0 lead now with nobody on and 1 out here in the bottom of the first.
Now look for the Chiefs, the first baseman.
We'll bring up McCoy Keller. For McCoy Keller, 2 for 7 yesterday with 2 runs driven in. As the right-hander waits on the first pitch, he'll swing and miss. The 62-mile-an-hour pitch from Braden Hulett. The on-deck circle, you usually have the Mandan Chiefs logo sitting on the on-deck circle, but the wind's playing havoc with it here on the third base side. That one will bounce in. Counts now 1-1. Mandan had it on their side, and they just decided to put it in the dugout. I think that's probably what will happen on the Post State side as well. It counts 1-1 here to the first baseman, McCoy Keller. Who let the lefty delivers the 1-1 pitch. That one is outside the counts now, 2-1. Between McCoy Keller and Braden Bunnell, I feel like, with me being a Pierre for 6 years, I feel like every year so far, every summer, McCoy Keller and Bunnell have been playing for the Mandan Chiefs. Sometime they got to run out of their eligibility. 2-1 pitch will come high and inside. The count's now 3-1. With number 3 and 4 in the batting order, the usual spot where they want to be at. Put your best hitters in those spots. And the 3-1 pitch, and the little swing and foul back does Keller, and the count is now full at 3-2. Looking like he was trying to, with the 3-1 count too, trying to swing it over the chain link monster out and left. 3-2 count, 1 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the first. A 1-0 lead for the Mandan Chiefs. Here's the 3-2. That'll be upstairs, and it's a 1-out walk. That'll be issued to Keller. And there's a runner on first with 1 away.
Third baseman, number 7, Braden Bunnell.
And they'll bring up Braden Bunnell, the third baseman. Bunnell yesterday, 3 for 6, driving in 2 runs. They've scored 14 runs in those 2 ball games, 7 runs each. And they are a team through those, at least those first 2 games, that Post State's going to have to score some runs to keep up with the Chiefs today. First pitch is going to be outside. First time that Houlette's going from the stretch after the leadoff triple. He stayed in the windup. It misses outside for ball 1 to Bunnell. We'll see Mandan again in the Minot tournament. This will not be the only time that we see the Mandan Chiefs, as that one's taken at the letters for a strike, and the count's 1-1. It'll be coming up at the second to final week of June. It'll be the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. Be that tournament in Minot. 1-1 pitch. That one just missing outside, trying to get that backdoor spot to hit, but missing just outside. The count goes now 2-1. Looking for maybe a ground ball to get out of this first inning. Pick-off move and back safely over at first. Two-one count here at the bottom of the first. Pitch is just a bit upstairs, up top of the zone. The count's now 3-1, and Houlette is in danger of walking back-to-back hitters. Good hitters count here for Bunnell. 3-1. That'll miss upstairs, and that'll be back-to-back walks. And his first and second with 1 away. And then bring us up Gage Miller, the right fielder.
Next for the Chiefs, their right fielder.
He went 3 for 4 yesterday, driving in 2 runs with a double. 5 doubles and a home run in that doubleheader yesterday, as Nolan Peterson will make his way out and talk to the starting pitcher in Houlette. Post State will, first 2 out-of-state games, non-South Dakota opponents, they will get back against Rapid City Post 320 next week, Monday, before then heading to the Dakota Classic next weekend on that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They'll be in the Harrisburg pool, and they'll play their first game at 6:30 that Friday night. And they'll play Harrisburg right away on Saturday at 10 a.m. That'll be their lone South Dakota game of the Dakota Classic. Here's the first pitch from Houlette. That'll miss low and away for ball 1 to Gage Miller. We talked about it yesterday, too. Renner has technically played 5 South Dakota games, but they're 4-0, having swept Sioux Falls West and also Pierre last night. But they had beat Yankton in the Yankton tournament this past weekend, as reaching for it, poking it into left field for a base hit over the top of the third baseman's head and into left field. The throw will come home, sliding in safely. Backing up the throw was Hulett, but taking second on the throw was Miller. It's an RBI single, and it's second and third with one away. And now a 2-0 lead for the Mandan Chiefs.
Next up for the Chiefs, that's second baseman.
And brings up Tate Olson. So while not the strongest swing from Gage Miller, it's right over the head of the third baseman and Coulter Babcock and falling in for a base hit. And now two more runners are in scoring position here with one out to the bottom of the first. That'll be upstairs for ball one. But because they had, go back to the runner situation, they played Yankton in the semifinals. Pool play games are the only ones that count tournament-wise for South Dakota games. They won't count if you meet in the semifinals or in bracket play. There's a base hit through the hole on the left side that will hold up the runner at third as a throw will come in, and it's another RBI hit for the Mandan Chiefs. Olson gets the RBI, and it's first and third with one out and a 3-0 lead here for Mandan. And it'll bring up the number seven hitter, Mason Oster. So 3 hits, 3 runs. Leadoff triple, and then now back-to-back RBI singles for Miller and Olson, and still another runner in scoring position here at third base. Runners at the corners with one away. First pitch is upstairs for ball one. Hulett still just one pitch away from getting out of this inning. Ground ball somewhere up the middle could put an end to this top of the first, or make that bottom of the first. 1-0 pitch. This will be popped up on the right side. Miles Doyle will make his way back towards the turf. That one drops off the glove. They'll have to throw it to second. They will make the play at second when a run does come in to score. And that was an interesting, it's a fielder, technically a fielder's choice. I don't know if the RBI would count for that or not. But it is a 4-0 lead now. With the runner on at second and 2 away. So 2 down, and Owen Brinks, the 8th man to come to the plate here in the first inning. That one will miss low for ball one. And Mandan has put up a 4 spot here in the bottom of the first. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Runner takes off. That will hit Brinks. And his first and second here with one away. And it brings up the number 9 man and Marcus Birdhorse. So the number 9 man, the batting order.
The left fielder, number 15, Marcus Birdhorse.
Birdhorse went 1 for 2 with a double yesterday, driving in a run. And Mandan still threatening to score here in the first inning. First and second with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. 4-0 lead for the Chiefs. Here's the first pitch. This will be flown out towards right field. Twilliger will stand right underneath it, make the catch without really even moving, and put an end to the first inning. But 4 runs score in the inning. On 3 hits, there were no errors and 2 men left on base. We head to the top of the second. It is a 4-0 lead for Mandan over Pierre. Back in a minute on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Verting Electric has a long history of doing electrical work the right way. Economical service, professional work, and customer satisfaction is why they can say that. Verting Electric can do residential, farm, and commercial projects. Doesn't matter if they are charged with new construction or a remodel project, they get it conducted. Contact the staff at Verting Electric at 224-8684. They can light a spark into your next project. Verting Electric, 224-8684.
Hey, yo, Speedo's Lawn Care.
Hello. Say, my yard's in rough shape. It's got weeds, brown spots, and crabgrass.
Yeah, no problemo. What shade of green you need? We got 31 shades of green over here. Even the latest shade of septic tank grass green. That one just naturally gives off a glow.
Call the professionals at True Green. They know how to get your lawn healthy and keep it healthy. They guarantee it. All technicians are trained and certified.
Call True Green, 224-1916.
As we welcome you back here, it is the top of the second. Post State is down 4-0 on the American Family Insurance at Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. Cooper Twilliger, Bridger Babcock, and Dawson Getz be the first three hitters. 5, 6, and 7 for the Eights. Nolan Peterson was hit by a pitch, but that was all that the Eights could muster on terms of base runners in that first inning and have their work cut out for them here now starting the second with already a 4-0 lead for the Chiefs. Cooper Twilliger will lead things off. He is 0 for 3 so far on the season. And for Twilliger in the spring season, again, didn't get him a whole lot of at-bats, just went 2 for 12 overall. Both of his hits were doubles. He did drive in a run. But for Post State, see if they can get some base hits here. There's a line shot. There's a base hit out in the right center field. And Twilliger will be the leadoff man on. And Post State's got their first hits here at the top of the second.
Now batting for Post 8.
And they'll bring up now Bridger Babcock.
Bridger Babcock.
Babcock on Friday against Brookings, while he didn't record one of the 3 hits overall, he ended up being one of the better at-bats, better guys at the plate, swing-wise, as that one will miss outside for ball 1. Got robbed of a base hit on a diving catch, line shot just above the head of the third baseman, who didn't have to jump, but still a couple feet higher, maybe gets past him. Here's the 1-0. That one's outside, and the count's now 2-0, but he's still looking for his first hit of the season, as he is 0 for 6 so far. Went on base 2 times. Here's a 2-0 from Oster to Babcock instead of a throw over, and back in safely as Twilliger over at first. Now here's a 2-0 from Oster. Swing and a miss by Babcock, and the count's now 2-1. Mandan wearing more of the light dark green compared to the lime green jerseys that Pierre is wearing, both wearing green jerseys with white pants. 2-1 pitch. That's over for a strike. The count's now 2-2. Mandan with the white hats, though, and Post State with their green hats. 2-2 counts. Pitch from Oster. There's a line shot right to the shortstop that will double off Cooper Twilliger over at first. And there's 2 quickly down. Twilliger took off for second on the crack of the bat. And as soon as that catch was made, there's no chance for him to get back to first. And an easy play from Sheldon to the first baseman McCoy to retire Twilliger and double off the rising sophomore. And there's now 2 down with nobody on. And it will bring up Dawson Getz, the shortstop. Here's the first pitch. That's upstairs for ball 1. That last inning, in the bottom of the first inning, Mason Oster, who had hit that pop-up, Miles Doyle trying to make the catch, did not make the catch, but still retired the runner at second. But the runner came in from third to score when the ball was dropped. And the thought process of it all, as this will be a one-hopper, nice scoop over at short by the shortstop in Sheldon. And Getz will ground out to his counterpart to end the inning here in the top of the second. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on base. We head to the bottom of the second, 4-0 lead for Mandan over Pierre. Back in a minute on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Springtime has arrived. Service and Parts Department at Buck Motor Company want to remind you to get your vehicle serviced early to avoid any breakdowns and service-related frustrations. Get up to $100 mail-in rebate on a set of 4 tires, along with 4 free oil changes, a $400 value. All AC Delco Marine batteries starting at $134.95 and come with an 18-month warranty. Take $15 off a light detail. Spray in bed liners, $635 on long beds and $595 on short beds. See all our specials at www.beck-motors.com.
Are you or a family member receiving Medicare calls asking if you've received your new Medicare card? This should be a red flag, as Medicare is not sending out new cards, and Medicare will not contact you to ask you about your card. If you have, or someone you know has received this type of call and they gave out their Medicare number, please contact the South Dakota Attorney General's Consumer Protection at 800-300-1986.
Bottom of the second, 4-0 lead for Mandan over Pierre. As we welcome you back here at Mandan Municipal Memorial Ballpark. And it will be the top of the order. Hudson Sheldon, Dylan Gerke, and McCoy Keller. A leadoff triple for Hudson Sheldon. He's got a chance to get right back up to the plate. Well, Sheldon had his second extra base hit of the season with a home run and now a triple. As the lefty will dig in. First pitch swing, ground ball over towards Doyle. He'll dive and make the stop from his knees. A throw is not going to be in time. Buckles couldn't dig it out cleanly either, but a heck of a play from Miles Doyle to stop it and get the throw from his knees, but just couldn't quite get Hudson Sheldon. And that is a definite infield single or a leadoff single for Sheldon. And now it's the next lefty in the batting order, Dylan Gerke, who had an RBI ground out over at first in his first at-bat. He'll swing at the first pitch again and ground that one foul. And the count will go to 0-1. So 4 hits so far, and without the first out being recorded here in the second inning, 4 hits and 4 runs. No errors for the Mandan Chiefs. Here's the 0-1. That'll bounce in and get to the right of a Peterson, and to second will go Sheldon, and the count is now even at a ball and a strike. One from Hulett. That'll be outside, and the count's now 2-1 to Dylan Gerke. Here's the 2-1. Carter takes off. A bunny foul, though. And the count will go to now 2-2. And heading back to second will be Sheldon. Gerke had the productive out in the drive in the run. Other than that, obviously a fielder's choice for Mason Oster, but 8 of the 9 for the top 8 guys all reached base or had a productive out before the fly out to end the first inning from Birdhorse. That one will be upstairs, and the count's now 3-2. Here to the number 2 hitter in the order. Three-2 from Hulett to Gerke. That'll be outside. That'll be a walk issued, and it's now first and second here with nobody out in the bottom of the second, and it'll bring up McCoy Keller.
Now from Mandan, the first baseman, McCoy Keller.
Keller walked his first trip, came around to score. Would have been on the RBI fielder's choice from Mason Oster. Here's the first pitch, showing Button pulling it back and taking it high for ball 1. So 3 walks now issued by Hulett. Also has hit a man 4 free passes And the first 11 guys that he's faced in the order. 1-0 pitch. That is outside. The count's now 2-0. And the wind is howling out towards right center field now, or towards the foul pole in right field. Will be a lot of help to left-handed hitters in the batting order. Ouellette will step off. See maybe who game 2 starter will be and how many different pitchers will be used. Obviously, we saw Miles Doyle on Friday, and he is available to pitch and can pitch and can go as deep as he needs to. There's a ground ball fielded by the third baseman, and Coulter Babcock. The throw to first will be in time to get McCoy Keller. Both the runners will move up. That was out to the left of Babcock, who had, when he fielded it, felt like the only play was going to be to first base, and just got to make sure you get it out somewhere, and he did. With both runners moving up, it's now runners at second and third here with one away. Braden Bunnell to the plate. First pitch will miss low and inside for ball 1. He walked his first trip to the plate, came around to score as well. Here's the 1-0. It'll be upstairs, and the count's now 2-0. The runner in scoring position here, 2 runners in scoring position here for Mandan, trying to extend their 4-0 lead here in the bottom of the second. The 2-0. This will be Sky to the left side. Dawson Getz continue back up. Now will give way to the left fielder, and that will be caught by Suddenshine. Good talk by Suddenshine, who was coming in, and for Dawson Getz, who had got underneath it. But as any outfielder is, they can call off the infielder, and Getz got out of the way. Suddenshine made the catch. And now there's 2 down, and Ouellette and out away from getting a scoreless inning here in the second. Gage Miller, who got a base hit, scored a run back in the bottom of the first. Another RBI opportunity, 2 RBI opportunity here for Miller. 1-0 pitch here from Ouellette. That is upstairs, and the count's now 2-0. Post State will have 8, 9, and 1 due up in the top of the third. Coulter Babcock, Miles Doyle, and Nolan Peterson. And the lefty Braden Ouellette trying to get through this second inning. 2-0 pitch is outside. That'll be a 3-0 count. Base open at first. Tate Olson is on deck. Don't have to give in here to Gage Miller. We'll see if he's got the green light or not. 3-0 pitch. He was taken all the way and takes it for a ball 4. And the bases are now loaded here with 2 outs. And it will bring up Tate Olson, who had an RBI single as well in that bottom of the first inning. So the bases are now juiced here with 2 away in the bottom of the second. And Olson has a chance to bust open this game already with a 4-0 lead. First pitch swing and ground ball. Dawson gets it short. He'll stay down on it. Quick throw to second. Will retire the side here in the bottom of the second. No run score on 1 hit in the inning. No errors and 3 men left on base. We head to the third. Mandan still leads at 4-0 over Post State. Back in a minute on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
AGE Corporation's Contractors and Crane Service is a proud supporter of Pierre Governor Athletics. For almost 60 years, AGE has been building South Dakota. For all your site work construction and crane work needs this season, AGE is here to help. Give them a call. AGE Corporation and Crane Service, 223-2732. That's 223-2732. AGE, proud supporters of local sports.
As we welcome you back, it is the top of the third. Lead on the American Family Insurance to Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard for the Mandan Chiefs. With Emma Thielen back at the station. John Wickler here as the Eights are looking to get some base runners and get things moving here in the top of the third inning. Trying to look back, we've been here a couple times, and I think it was over the 2021 season. We end up being here for quite a long doubleheader. We'll have to see if we can. I think it was the 2021 summer. As it counts 1-1 here to Coulter Babcock, but had played a very long, extended first game. And I think when the extra innings, Post State was down by, I think at one point they're down by 10 and came back and took the lead and couldn't close it out and end up going into extra innings and something like a 16-13 game as that one's fouled down the third base line by Coulter Babcock, and there is now a 1-2 count. Played a doubleheader that started at 5 o'clock, and I think we ended up getting done somewhere around 10:30 of that second game. That was a long night up here in Mandan. Here's a check swing that will bounce right back to the pitcher in Oster, and he'll easily flip to first for the first out. And there's one down here to start the top of the third.
Number 11, Miles Doyle.
And he'll bring up Miles Doyle, the second baseman. Doyle's 0 for 5 so far here in the summer. In the springtime, hit 167 with 3 hits and 18 at-bats. And a double and 2 runs driven in. First pitch is over for strike 1. Doyle, then Nolan Peterson. Either the two reach base, Sunshine will have a chance to hit here in the top of the third. Here's the 0-1. It'll come inside. The count's now 1-1 here to Doyle. And he's the one guy that pitched, and J.J. Buckles also available, but he threw last Friday, unavailable yesterday. That one just missing outside. The count's now 2-1. But he would be available to throw, and maybe he's a guy that you throw for an inning or two or bring him in relief. Obviously, as that one's fouled back and the count's now 2-2. It's the wins and losses will not affect the standings at the end of the season. So you can throw guys in different situations that maybe you wouldn't in South Dakota games. This one's grounded back to the pitcher again, and Oster will easily flip to first. The first 2 outs are ground balls back to the mound. And now it's back to the top of the order here for Nolan Peterson. Peterson was hit by a pitch. One of 2 guys to reach base, but the only guy that has been left stranded in the first 2 innings. 4 runs on 4 hits and no errors for Mandan. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for Post State. First pitch is over for strike 1 to Nolan Peterson. Hit just under 400 during the spring season, finished at 391. And that one's over for a strike. The count's now 0-2. And he really came on strong towards the end of the summer last year. And maybe has hit that spring-summer slump of some kind. And, of course, it then looks a lot worse than what it probably is when you start the season out not swinging the bat well. And well for his liking. Here's the 1-2 pitch. This will be popped up on the right side if it will stay in play for the first baseman to make the catch in Keller. And that will retire the side. A 1-2-3 inning for Mason Oster. And we head to the bottom of the third. 4-0 lead for Mandan over Pierre. Back in a minute on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
At AgTegra, we're leveraging the power of the cooperative to benefit our farmers and ranchers, their families, and local communities. We're creating jobs for your neighbors and putting money back into our communities. We're lending a hand in our rural fire departments, food banks, and 4-H and FFA programs. That's what local is all about. When you do business at AgTegra, you help us make a difference in your community. AgTegra, strong, stable, dependable, and local.
Stolken Peterson LLP has been your local CPA firm for over 40 years, offering tax preparation, bookkeeping, payroll, and consulting services. If your business, farm, or ranch needs professional, accurate, and reliable services, we are your firm. Our clients are our number one priority. If you need a higher level of accounting service, give us a call at 605-224-5828. That's Stolken Peterson LLP, 222 East Missouri Avenue in Pierre. Braden Hulen back to work here in the bottom of the third inning. He threw 44 pitches through the first 2 innings, as he's given up 4 hits, 4 runs, and 4 walks in those 2 innings. 38 pitches for Mason Oster through 3 innings of work, just 1 hit. He has a strikeout and has a hit batter. As it will be 7-8-9, Mason Oster will get us started here in the bottom of the third. Oster had an RBI fielder's choice in the bottom of the first inning on the oddity of that play of trying to figure out if that's an RBI, if it's an error, if it's a fielder's choice, how it would have gone. But I think both batter and fielder are more comfortable with it being a fielder's choice because they still did get an out. But it came down to a run scoring on the dropped pop-up from Miles Doyle at second. The 0-1 pitch will miss low and away, and the count's now 1-1. And being Hulet's first outing of the summer, as he gets close to that 50 pitch count mark, we'll see what the leash is, how many pitches he might throw. And some of it could dictate on how the game is going at that point. You know, if he's able to get a couple zeros and continue to keep this a 4-run game for Mandan, you'd probably give him a longer leash. If the score starts to swell a little bit more, that pitch count doesn't really maybe not matter where that pitch count is at. The count's now 2-2. Here to Mason Oster, Owen Brinks and Marcus Birdhorst, the first 3 hitters here in the bottom of the third. 2-2. Swing and foul back to the netting. We'll do it again here at 2-2. Hulet looking for his first strikeouts of the ball game. Lefty will get the sign and deliver the 2-2 pitch. Reaching for it on the right side. 1 hopper to Miles Doyle. Easier play than what led off the bottom of the second inning and a 4-3 putouts here in the bottom of the third. And there's 1 down for now the number 8 hitter in Owen Brinks. He was hit by a pitch, stranded on first to finish off that first inning. Here's the first pitch to Brinks. That will drop in for a strike. Brinks went 1 for 3 yesterday with an RBI. The 0-1 pitch. Here's a line shot, and that's a 1-hopper scooped up by Getz. On the backhand, the throw across to first is in time. Good play there from Dawson Getz. And the first 2 have grounded out quickly here in the bottom of the third, and it brings up the number 9 hitter in Marcus Birdhorst. The beauty of the all-turf field. I think maybe you still get that hop at Hyde Stadium, but some ballparks, that hop is not as true as when it bounces off the turf. Now, it could be a little bit higher of a bounce when it comes off the turf, but you kind of know exactly what kind of bounce you're going to get here at Mandan Memorial Ballpark with the all-turf field. Counts 2-0 here to Marcus Birdhorse. Still good play, though, overall from Dawson Getz to backhand pick it and throw a strike to first. 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Counts now 2-1 here into Birdhorse. He flew out to Terwilliger to end the first inning out in right field. One of the easiest catches that Terwilliger will ever have to make in his baseball career. He took 0 steps to make that play. That one is upstairs outside. The count's now 3-1. Top of the order is on deck, and Hudson Sheldon is already 2 for 2. 3-1 pitch. This will be fouled back and out of play, and the count goes to now 3-2. And we'll see if Braden Hulett can get a 1-2-3 inning. His second scoreless inning after a 4-run first. 3-2 pitch. That one's fouled off. And he stays alive at 3-2. Both State will have 2, 3, and 4. Sun and Shine, George Stallion, J.J. Buckles. Here's the 3-2 pitch. There's a fly ball left center field. That's going to get down for extra bases. That's going to go all the way out to the wall out in left center field. Stallion will pick it up. His throw coming in. And stopping at second will be Birdhorse. He's got an extra base hit. And the inning will move back to the top of the order. The runner on second and 2 outs.
Back to the top of the batting order.
And here is Hudson Sheldon, who is 2 for 2. Tripled in the first and singled back in the second. And that's the second double of the season for Marcus Birdhorse. And the second extra base hits of the ballgame for Mandan. The other extra base hit, this guy, Hudson Sheldon. The leadoff triple in the first. That one will miss just low for ball 1. Sheldon looking to make it a 5-0 ball game now with the base hit. Here's the 1-0. This will be popped up on the left side. Dawson Getz will call for it. He'll backpedal. Wind is carrying it back, and he is able to fall and make the catch. May not be a 10 on the scale, but is it out? And it retires the side here in the bottom of the third. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We head to the top of the fourth. 4-0 lead for Mandan over Pierre. Back in a minute on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Brought to you by Limebach Construction Incorporated, who can build your recreational home or building along the beautiful lower Lake Oahe area. Whether if your hobby is hunting, fishing, travel, or water sports, we can come up with a building design that will fit your interests and expectations. We pride ourselves on using quality products, customer service, and open communication. Limebach Construction is locally owned and operated, serving the Missouri River community since 1994. For area of service and more information, contact Bill Limebach at 605-223-2738. That's 605-223-2738. Comtech, your local technology solutions provider, is now located on the truck bypass. With great brands like Bose, Sonos, LG, Samsung, Lenovo, and so much more. Stop in to see their new showroom for everything in stock for your personal or business needs. Comtech provides professional installation and service after the sale. Comtech is your local technology store, located now on the truck bypass, or visit us on the web at comtechplus.com. Top of the fourth, 4-0 lead for Mandan Chiefs. As it'll be 2, 3, and 4, Sun and Shine, George Stallion, J.J. Buckles. It'll be a new man on the mound. Hudson Sheldon will take over.
Change for the Chiefs. Now pitching, Hudson Sheldon.
As Mason Oster goes 3 innings.
Mason Oster in left field.
So it'll be Sheldon that will go to the mound and face 2, 3, and 4. Sun and Shine, George Stallion, and J.J. Buckles. You know, just 1 hit, no walks, and a strikeout for Mason Oster in 3 shutout innings. So now Hudson Sheldon will be the first man to greet, or Sun and Shine will be the first man to greet Hudson Sheldon As the first pitch is over for strike one, Sunshine popped out of the shortstop in his first at bat. That was on the second base side of the bag, as that one will be taken high and outside. The count's now 1-1 here to Sunshine. Sheldon, the shortstop in the first 3 innings, gets his season debut on the mound. That one's a swing and a miss by Sunshine. The count's now 1-2 on the off-speed pitch. 1-2 from right to the third baseman to make the catch. And the leadoff man is retired to kick off the top of the 4th inning.
Now batting from post 8, the center fielder, George Stalley.
And it will bring up George Stalley, who ground out to the third baseman in his first trip to the plate. First pitch will miss for ball 1. Olson, again, has moved out to left. Oster is at short, and Birdhorse comes in to play second base, as the count is now 1-1 here to Stalley. Olson at short, Oster in left. As that one will be fouled out of play. The count's now 1-2. The count goes to 1-2 here to George Stalley. The 1-2 pitch be on its way as Stalley will sky this out towards right field. Coming in is the right fielder to make the catch, and Miller. And there is now 2 down here in the top of the 4th. And it will bring up J.J. Buchholz.
Now batting the cleanup batter, first baseman J.J. Buchholz.
So Buchholz, who's 0 for 1, he struck out swinging his first at bat. The only strikeouts recorded by Mason Oster in the ball game. First pitch will miss low and away for ball 1. Nobody on and 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Looking for a quick 1-2-3 inning here is Hudson Sheldon, his first time on the mound in 2024 here in the summer season. That'll miss just a bit low, maybe a little bit inside. The count's now 2-0 here to Buchholz. Looking for his first hit of the summer. The 2-0. Swing and a miss. Buchholz with a strong swing, but can't catch up to the 77 mile an hour pitch from Sheldon. Here's the 2-1. This will be fouled away and out of play. And count is now at 2 balls and 2 strikes, and a strike away here for Hudson Sheldon to get a 1-2-3 inning. Works quick. Here's the 2-2. That is low and away, and the count is now 3-2. Cooper Twilliger is on deck, who singled the lead off the second, but it's been 8 in a row retired since then. I think that's 7 in a row retired since then. And it will be ball 4 to J.J. Buchholz. Takes it inside and low, and the 2-out walk will keep the inning alive. For now, Twilliger, who's got the only post, has the only post-8 hits.
The right fielder, Cooper Terry Williger.
A runner on first, and 2 down here in the top of the 4th. Twilliger went after that first pitch to get his base hit. The lead off of that first pitch will be at the bottom of the zone and taken for a strike. Here's the 0-1. That'll miss just low, maybe a bit inside. The count's now 1-1. That'd be more inside than low. Pickoff attempt, and Buchholz was a little late reacting to it, but wasn't far enough off the bag, so he's able to crouch down and put his fingers on the bag. Sheldon will get the sign. He'll come set. Here's the 1-1 to Terwilliger. There's a hard hit ground ball, base hit through the left side, and it's first and seconds here with 2 away. He's 2 for 2 as Terwilliger. And the Yates will have their second man in scoring position. Bridger Babcock a chance to drive in the game's first run. Will also be the first run since last Friday and only the second run of the season so far for Post State. First pitch, swinging foul. That counts 0-1. Hope that it's kind of a, the dam will break once you start to score a run and maybe a weight lift off the shoulders, get a couple runs in, all of a sudden you start to just pile in the runs. I think that's just the kind of issue right now is that everybody feels like the whole team's in a slump. And you know what, by stat-wise, you can say they are a little bit in a slump to start the season as it counts 0-2 here to Bridger Babcock. And you start to do too much, start to feel like you got to do too much to get runs in. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Babcock will go the other way with it, but it will foul it out of play. It remains at 0-2. You are listening to KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront broadcasting station. 4 runs in the first inning for the Mandan Chiefs on 2 RBI singles, an RBI ground out, and an RBI fielder's choice. Where we stand here in the top of the 4th, just 2 hits so far for Post State, both by Terwilliger. And off the hands, that one just out of the reach of the third baseman in foul territory as Bunnell tried to put an end to the inning, but the count will remain at 0-2. Mason Oster just went 3 innings, giving up a hit with a strikeout. And Hudson Sheldon is now in relief for Mandan. Here's the 0-2 again from Sheldon to Babcock, and he'll foul that away again. A good battle here. A good job by Bridger Babcock to not give in, down 0-2 in the count. And for Post State, it's, they're probably in different positions here between Pierre and Mandan. They will play tomorrow against Bismarck. They'll have a couple games against Saskatoon, Cubs, and Marlins. And the Regina White Sox. There's a swing and a miss, and that'll be strike 3 and retire the side. Here in the top of the 4th, we'll continue that conversation in the bottom of the 4th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left on base. Into the bottom of the 4th, 4-0 lead for Mandan over Pierre. Back in minutes here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
As community bankers, bank employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose Bank West. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. Bank West. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Nystrom Electrical Contracting in Pierre has been providing professional sales, service, and installation since 1977. Whether you're starting from scratch, new construction, or you're upgrading your current system at your home, farm, or office, give the professionals at Nystrom Electrical Contracting a call. They've got a lot of bright ideas. Call Nystrom's today to schedule a free computer-generated estimate. The number is 224-8750, or visit their website at nystromelectric.com. It is the bottom of the 4th as Braden Hulette is still out on the mound for Post State. And a 4-0 lead for the Mandan Chiefs. It will be 2, 3, and 4. Dylan Gerke, McCoy Keller, and Braden Bunnell will be the first 3 hitters here in the bottom of the 4th inning. As Gerke is 0 for 1 with an RBI ground out. He walked back in the second. But after that 4-run first inning and the first 2 guys reaching base in the second, we'll see if Braden Hulette really has settled into this ball game. First pitch is over for strike 1. Since the Sheldon had the leadoff single, infield single in the second, then the walk, it's only been 2 guys that reach base of Gage Miller and Marcus Birdhorse with a walk and a double. And both were coming with 2 outs, as that one will be missing low for a ball. The count's now 1-1. Go back to that top of the fourth inning with Mandan playing Bismarck on Thursday and having a weekend set of games where Post State does not play till next Monday. Post State can be a little bit more free with their pitchers and use guys, extend guys out. You know, they can throw 105 pitches if you need to, because everybody that pitches today and who pitched yesterday will all be available next Monday, as that one will miss just inside. The count's now 3-1. Where Mandan's got to be has to be smart with their pitchers and try and make sure that they keep guys available for the weekend, as that'll be upstairs and it'll be a leadoff walk issue to Gerke. And it brings up McCoy Keller. Keller is 0 for 1 with a walk and a ground out to the third baseman and Coulter Babcock. And his 2 trips to the plates. So otherwise, 3 innings and 1 hit, a pickoff attempt, and diving back in safely is Gerke. But 3 innings, 1 hit, 1 strikeout for Mason Oster. If you're playing a North Dakota opponent, maybe that extends out to a larger outing for Oster. But playing a team from South Dakota, and then also how the weekend is going to look the rest of the way for Mandan. Probably going to have to use Oster again at some point. Counts 1-0 to McCoy Keller. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That will be upstairs. Back pick to first, and no tag can be applied to Dylan Gerke. The count's now 2-0 here to Keller. Ouellette will come set from the stretch. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Runner takes off, swing and a miss. It was bobbled in the glove by Peterson, and no chance to throw him out at second, so a stolen base for Gerke. And Mandan's got a runner in scoring position here with nobody out in the bottom of the 4th inning. Here's a 2-1. There's a swing and a miss by Keller, and the count's now 2-2. 72 miles an hour on that pitch from Ouellette. And looking now for his first strikeout still in the ball game. Here's the 2-2. That'll bounce in. That hit off the plate, so it got away from Peterson. And to third now will go Gerke, and a runner on at third with nobody out. A productive out can score the 5th run of the ball game for Mandan. Here's the 3-2 pitch. That one's a chopper left side up the line, but will roll its way foul. And the count remains at 3-2. I'm just looking at the Mandan schedule. And with the weekend of the Saskatoon Cubs, Saskatoon Marlins, Regina White Sox, the fun of playing Canadian teams that will come in looking like Major League Baseball teams, assuming with all the copyright stuff in Canada, you don't have to worry about any of that stuff. So go ahead and just look like a whole bunch of Major League Baseball teams coming into play. 3-2 pitch will miss inside for ball 4. And it's back-to-back walks to lead off the 4th inning with Braden Bunnell now to the plate.
Now batting for Mandan, the cleanup batter, third baseman Braden Bunnell.
I think it was in 2019 we were up in the Minot tournament and played against the Saskatoon Cubs. And as a Cardinals fan, I can make a lot of comments about the Post State beat the Cubs, and they played like the Chicago Cubs. First pitch is a ground ball, left side, fielded by Coulter Babcock. His throw to first will be in time. That does score a run, though. And an RBI ground out. Runner advances to second. And a 5-0 lead here for the Mandan Chiefs. And the second time that an RBI ground out has been had by Mandan. One down here in the bottom of the 4th, and it brings up Gage Miller. Miller had an RBI single back in the 1st. He also walked in the 2nd. As the lefty will dig in. still with an RBI opportunity with a runner in score position at second. First pitch, he'll reach for it, flying out to right field. Twilliger will come in to make the catch. Runner will stay at second. And one pitch to retire Miller, and there's now two down. And it will bring up the second baseman and Tate Olson. Olson with an RBI single back in the first inning as well. Grounded out to the shortstop. Olson is actually at short now, with Birdhorse at second and Oster out in left. The first pitch over for strike one. Here to Tate Olson. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That'll bounce in, goes off the right side of Peterson, and another wild pitch will advance a runner to third. Now 90 feet away here with two outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Here's the 1-1. There's a fly ball to center field, deep towards right center field. Long run for Stally. He's not going to get there. It'll bounce up to hop off the wall. Rounding second on his way to third is Olson. He will stand up with a two-out RBI triple. And it's a 6-0 lead for Mandan. Second RBI for Olson. And his first extra base hit, first two hits of the season, but his first extra base hit, third extra base hit of the ball game for Mandan. And now here is Mason Oster. Already an RBI on that fielder's choice back in the first. Still a runner in score position. Ground ball to the third baseman. Colter Babcock again will field. His throw will be offline. The tag is not applied by Buckles, and another run will come in to score. And it will be an air charge to Colter Babcock. First air of the ball game for Post State.
Now batting the catcher.
No RBI for Oster, but now Owen Brinks. A 7-0 lead for Mandan. Pickoff attempt. That ball nearly got away from Buckles, but able to reach for it. Activity out in the right field bullpen for the Mandan Chiefs. This pitch will be popped up right side. Buckles giving a long run, and he just can't get there in time. The route wasn't quite there for Buckles, and then with the first base coach being there too, obviously did not get in the way and did his best to get out of Buckles' way as well, but the route kind of took him around the first base coach instead of straight back that way, and turns into a foul ball. Still going to be a tough play to make a catch over the shoulder. Runner takes off. A 1 pitch is lined. That one's dived by Doyle again. The throw from his knees will get him out at first. Skips into the glove of the diving play from Doyle, who was going to second, had to stop and turn back to his left to make a diving play, and from his knee was able to throw out Brinks to end the bottom of the fourth inning. Another 3-run score in the inning on 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 man left on base. We head to the top of the fifth, 7-0 lead for Mandan over Pierre. Back in a minute on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping wants to make it easy for you to get that lush green lawn and that yard haven that you've been dreaming of. Visit dakotasprinkler.com to make a point for sprinkler system spring startup, service calls, fall winterization, and landscaping quotes. Trust Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping's professionals to get you through the planning and installation to make your landscaping needs a reality. Visit dakotasprinkler.com today.
With any dream, the wind won't always be at your back, the sun won't always be shining, and some rain is going to fall. American Family Insurance is like a good solid roof that you can trust to protect your biggest dreams. With plans that could save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. Also, you can continue to dream fearlessly, no matter what comes your way. American Family Insurance.
Visit mfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact the Brittany Shuffle 6627. As we welcome you back, and it is going to be a new pitcher on the mound as well already, as Carson Ressler will now be on the mound. So just an inning for Hudson Sheldon, who gave up 1 hit, 1 walk, but no runs and no strike and 1 strikeout. So again, clearly the idea for Mandan is a bullpen type game, as Carson Ressler will now make his debut on the mound for the Mandan Chiefs. And it will be 7-8-9. Dawson Getz, Coulter Babcock, and Miles Doyle be the first 3 hitters here in the top of the 5th inning, with them down at 7-0 right now. First pitch is Getz ducking out of the way, but it was a curveball that dropped in for a strike. Here's the 0-1 from Ressler. That one is a chopper off the plate. High hop to the third baseman to be fielded by Bunnell. The throw to first will be in time. And there is one down here to open up the top of the 5th inning. And it will bring up Coulter Babcock, who is 0 for 1. He and Miles Doyle both grounded out to the pitcher in their first at-bats. So Birdhorse will go back out to left. There's a ground ball over the shortstop, back to Sheldon over at short. The throw to first will be in time. And there's 2 down here in the top of the 5th inning. That brings up Miles Doyle.
The second baseman, Miles Doyle.
Gerke still on center, Miller in right, Bunnell at third. Sheldon back at shorts. Olson will go back to second. Keller is at first. So Oster is now out of the ball game. First pitch to Miles Doyle has popped up. This will be a 4-pitch inning, as that will be caught by the center fielder in Gerke. A 4-pitch inning, 3 up, 3 down for Carson Ressler here in the top of the 5th. We head to the bottom of the 5th. 7-0 lead for Mandan over Pierre. Back in a minute on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
It is the bottom of the 5th inning. Post State is down 7-0 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. Marcus Birdhorse, Hudson Sheldon, Dylan Gerke, 9-1-2 for Mandan here in the bottom of the 5th. They're now 3 runs away from trying to finish this one off early. Post State with just those 2 hits so far, both from Cooper Terwilliger. Looks like, in game 2 yesterday, Sun and Shine had both of the Post State hits. Birdhorse, who is 1 for 2, he doubled back in the bottom of the 3rd with 2 outs, was stranded over at second base. Waits on the first pitch, it'll miss low for ball 1. 4-pitch inning for Carson Ressler. who had the first pitch strike to Dawson Getz, and then the next three were 2 ground balls and a pop out. This will be a shallow ball into left center field. That'll be diving for it as Sunshine. Leaping for it was Getz. A hard round at first and staying out at first base as Getz continued to run out towards left field and was able to track the ball down and keep Birdhorse at first base. But he is now 2 for 3 in the ball game. And I'll bring up Hudson Sheldon. A good hit for Birdhorse. Obviously, that's in no man's land. That's good placement of the ball, but a good play by Dawson Getz. Continue to run out. Not give up on the play just because he didn't make the catch. Saw that Sunshine had dove out in left field and had to go chase it down, and was the reason why the Birdhorse is on at first instead of standing at second with a double. Showing bunt is Sheldon. Colter Babcock coming in. He'll take it back, pull it back, and take it high for ball 1. Sheldon is 2 for 3, triple in the first and single in the second. He did not hit in that 4th inning. The only inning that he has not come to the plate. That one's missing low, and the count's now 2-0. First of 2. A 7-0 lead for Mandan here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Pickoff attempt. And trying to scoop it was J.J. Buckles as the throw was low and just got him able to knock it down and keep it in front. Seven runs on 6 hits so far. Make that 7 hits for the Mandan Chiefs. Here's the 2-0. That one is high and outside. The count's now 3-0. And for Braden Houlette, he is up to now 85 pitches. So just 20 more to go before he would have to be removed on the pitch count. That'll be wide on the 3-0 pitch. It got away from Peterson, but it was ball 4 anyway. So it's first and second with nobody out, and it brings up Dylan Gerke.
Now batting the center fielder, Dylan Gerke.
The 7th walk issued by Houlette, and Coach Iverson now will come out and have a conversation with Houlette, but it looks like his day will come to an end, and we'll have our first pitching change for Post State. We will step aside and tell you the change coming up here in just a moment. Back in a minute. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisors understand this. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Governor Athletics on KCCR. Go Govs! For all your investment needs, call or stop by one of our offices to visit with your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisor. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Hey you. Are you at a job that is fulfilling, has good benefits to support you or a family today, and retirement goes down the road? If you just said no, listen up. CHS River Plains is hiring operations personnel, drivers, and custom applicators at several locations. These come with a knockout affordable benefit package for you and the whole family. Apply to a job with CHS River Plains and up your benefits straight up. To apply, visit us online at chsriverplains.com or stop in at one of our locations. CHS is an equal opportunity employer.
So Charlie Simpson is the pitcher now for Post State. It'll be just a straight switch on the mound. Nothing changed in the batting order with the DH still intact of Bridger Babcock. And for Braden Houlette, who will go 4+ innings, gave up 7 hits, 7 walks, no strikeouts. Right now 7 runs with 6 of them earned, but is still responsible for the 2 that have started the inning, with Birdhorse on at second and Sheldon on at first, before we can officially close the book on Braden Houlette in his first outing for Post State. Charlie Simpson, as he will come to the mound for the second time. He pitched yesterday.
Dylan Gerke steps back to the plate.
as he went an inning and 2/3 in just 23 pitches. As he gave up no hits, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts in that inning and 2/3 for Charlie Simpson. His first pitch here to the number 2 hitter in Dylan Gerke. Will miss outside for ball 1 as it was showing bunts was Gerke, but pulled it back for a ball. The count is 1-0 here to the number 2 hitter. And now he represents the winning run for Mandan here in the bottom of the 5th with a 7-0 lead. If he were to reach base, along with not grounding into a fielder's choice of any kind, he would represent that chance for Mandan to win a shortened ball game. Here's a 2-0 from Simpson. There's a fly ball out towards right center field. That's going to get down into the gap and all the way out to the wall. 2 runs are going to come in to score. Standing at second, holding at second will be Gerke. He's got a 2 RBI double. And it's a 9-0 lead, and he is in scoring position to try and wrap up this first game.
Now batting the first baseman, McCoy Keller.
And McCoy Keller's got a chance to finish off the opening game of our doubleheader. And McCoy Keller, who's got 2 walks. 0 for 1 so far, and ground out to the third baseman, Coulter Babcock. First pitch is over for strike 1. So nobody out in that winning run at second base now for Mandan, who leads at 9-0 here in the bottom of the 5th. Here's the 0-1. That one will miss low, and the count's now 1-1. 4th extra base hit here of game 1. They've got 2 triples and 2 doubles for Mandan. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball there from Simpson. The count's now 1-2. So it's Keller, Bunnell, and Gage Miller. Those 3 chances to try and drive in that run to finish off here in the 5th inning. 1-2 pitch. That'll bounce in, get to the backstop, and to third, and now a productive out would do the job with Gerke now at third base. Infield will come in all the way around, knowing that they've got to preserve that runner at third base. Here's the 2-2. That is high and outside. The count's now 3-2. Nine runs, 8 hits, no errors for Mandan. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error for Post 8. That is taken for ball 4, and the base is now first and third. Third time that Keller has walked, and now it's Braden Bunnell who had a RBI ground out. They're actually going to intentionally walk him to load the bases and make the force out anywhere, so they still have to stay in. But now a ground ball, you can go home with it and be able to try and get that force out with Gage Miller. So Gage Miller, Tate Olson, and Carson Ressler would have to be the 3 hitters to try and get the job done. They'll be the only 3 hitters that can try and get the job done. Bases are loaded here with 2 outs, or with nobody outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Mandan with a 9-0 lead. First pitch will miss for ball 1 to Gage Miller. He is 1 for 2 RBI single in the first, walked in the second. He'll pop this one foul out of play on the left side. And the count is even at a ball and a strike. And all the way around the infield. Any ground ball going home with the force out. 1-1 pitch, line shot that's caught by Getz. No chance to double anybody off, and there's 1 down. It's good first out there from Simpson. And we'll now bring up Tate Olson. So now the middle can go back to try and turn a double play up the middle to get out of the inning, but the corners will stay in. Any ground ball, the first, third, or back to the mound will go home with it. First pitch swinging well outside the zone for a strike. Olsen is 2 for 3. RBI single in the first, RBI triple in the fourth. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss again. Another curveball that's in the turf. And the count's now 0-2. A big strikeout pitch here for Simpson. Here's the 0-2 from Charlie Simpson. Curveball that will drop in, it will get away, and the winning run will come in to score on the wild pitch, and that will put an end to the ball game. So 3 in the inning, and it ends up being a 10-0 win for Mandan here in game number 1. We will step aside for 2 minutes and come back and wrap up the first ball game here in just a moment. Back in 2 minutes here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Hey, you good job that is filling, has good benefits to support you or a family today, and retirement goes down the road. If you just said no, listen up. CHS River Plains is hiring operations personnel, drivers, and custom applicators at several locations. These come with a knockout affordable benefit package for you and the whole family. Apply to a job with CHS River Plains and up your benefits straight up. To apply, visit us online at chsriverplains.com or stop in at one of our locations. CHS is an equal opportunity employer.
Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. Now is the time to order your new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles, plus a good selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and auto body shop with trained technicians, along with a friendly financing team that'll work with you to find the best deal and one that'll fit your budget. Wagner Auto is your local full-service family-owned dealership for over 115 years. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com. Yag Air Incorporated is your locally owned ag, chemical, and seed retailer. Yag Air Incorporated offers reliable ground and aerial application. For the latest seed and chemical pricing, contact Kyle at 605-280-8710 or Tony at 605-280-4771. Yag Air for all your ag, chemical, and seed needs. Kyle 605-280-8710 or Tony 605-280-4771.
Sometimes you get a piece of it and the ball sails over the fence. Other times, despite your best efforts, you strike out. I'm not just talking about the game, I mean your day. This is Pastor Sam of Faith Lutheran Church. Whether today feels like a home run or a strikeout, I encourage you to join us for worship. We celebrate when God gives us a wonderful day. We provide support and encouragement when that third strike comes. Come join us for encouraging and uplifting worship at Faith Lutheran Church.
And we welcome you back here. Game 1 is in the books as Post State drops a 10-0 decision to Mandan in 5 innings, as it was 10 runs, 8 hits, no errors, and 7 men left on base for Mandan. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error, 3 men left on base for Pierre. Mason Oster went the first 3 innings, giving up a hit and 1 strikeout. Hudson Sheldon went 1 inning, giving up a hit, a walk, and a strikeout, and Carson Ressler threw just 4 pitches in that 1 full inning that he threw. Giving up no runs, no hits, no walks, no strikeouts. As the time of the ball game was 1 hour and 28 minutes, and we will start game 2 here in about 25 minutes or so. Just a little bit before 7 o'clock is when we'll get our second game up and rolling here, as the Eights will be still looking for that first win, now 0-5. Mandan will get their first win of the season. Cooper Twilliger had both hits in the ball game. Braden Houlette went 4 innings, giving up 7 hits, 9 runs, 8 of them earned, 7 walks, no strikeouts. As Charlie Simpson would get the final third of an inning, giving up a hit, a run, 2 walks, 1 being an intentional walk, no strikeouts for Charlie Simpson. So that wraps up game number 1. Post State will drop it 10-0. We will step aside for 4 minutes, come back, then hear from News Director Zach Nelson of the 5 o'clock news here in just a moment. Back in 4 minutes, and then we'll come back here later on and get you set for game number 2. We will end the YouTube broadcast and then get game 2 broadcast up and going here in just a little while for our second and final game here in Mandan. Back in 4 minutes with the news here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.